All right, welcome tonight. My name is Felix, and welcome to business training, trading, and opportunity. And tonight I'm going to talk much about how to trade economic news. But before then, you're joining us for the first time. This is Plan B Express Cashflow Solution. Here, basically, we explore the global financial market, and there are so many ways of exploring it. But there's something that stands out is aspect of having basic knowledge, right? And so exploring the global financial market. So we saw opportunity in three dimensions. First, we saw dimension of investing. And if you have been on our forum, we emphasize on investing so much. And our investing start from the new emerging economy, which has to do with the cryptocurrency market, buying of coins, holding them. So that's a kind of speculative purpose anyway. But of course, we always check the underlying technology of any of the projects we may get involved in. That is, any coin or project we get involved in, we check the underlying, technology or the functionality of such project. And so that should be what you need to understand about our system. And so when we buy some coins, we hold them. Though some we buy may rock pull. That's the truth. Some will rock pull, that is, will not do well. That's part of the risk of the game. And got quite a lot of people ask me, what is the assurance? Right? Just a moment. Okay, some will ask me to give them an assurance of when they buy into a particular project, how is it going to be? So I hope they will not make loss. Now, the simple answer I give to people is this. If you don't want to experience loss, don't come into business. Don't want to experience loss, you hate loss, don't come into business. And so anyone who tell you that you will not lose while in business, now he never wants your good. Because he just wants you to feel good by telling you lies. So that's why we say the place of knowledge is very important, and basic knowledge with the right information, and that's what we do. I think there's a token that I bought a very long time and was not doing well. And at a point, we forgot it. At the time I saw that the token was doing well, I had to call on people that we bought it, and I told them, hey, you know what? This token now is now doing well. You can go take some profit and all of that. So I'm arriving somewhere. That's why I want us to learn. Now, the same token, when we check, we discover that as at the time we bought, see, this is a token, for instance. So that I'm taking us to a dimension to which when you are now trading, if you have an investment mindset, you will trade well. Okay? If you have an investment mindset, you will trade well. But if you do not have an investment mindset, you will gamble your trade. Even scalping, you will not scalp well. Now, you can imagine since last year, November, price of this token was on the floor on the market cap of 600,000 to 800,000. And coming to the month of May, this same asset move, all this move we saw was like a dwarf. And this same asset move and did over 18,000%. 18,000%, right? That was crazy. 18,000%. Because it left the realm of 600K to go to about 66 million pound. From 600K to 66 million. That was crazy. Now, I'm just showing us all of this so that when you start doing your trading, you should know the purpose of your trading. And of course, you should have an investor mindset. And most of the people on our ecosystem will said, why you are doing your trading is for you to be able to generate funds that you can diversify. Now, being an investor, the process of talking of investment, the same asset class present buy and selling opportunity, right? Because if you look at it, the same market here is about 40 to 50% at another time. So this is another 40 to 50%, and in that dimension. Okay, so trading is not hit and run. Trading is mechanical and strategic. So first thing we explore in our ecosystem is investing. So buy into coin, buy into different asset, stock, and all the like. So I've talked about that before. Okay, there will be some other training. I'm going to do full activities on the stock, that's the capital market, and other kind of staking platform, which has to do with crypto. Okay? So the second thing now is active. Like somebody was talking on a group of in a particular group where I was talking about if he can be consistently doing what he was doing, then you may have to stay off, is it 9 to 5 job and all of that. But in reality, when it has to do with trading, it's not a hit and run kind of a thing. It's not gambling. You have to be intentional of what you are doing, right? And then, so that's where the investor mindset comes to play. Now, there have been a whole lot of things. So now looking at the market as a whole, now we say macro economy or macro data have a lot of effect on the market performance of a particular article. Okay? So with that, there are fundamental reasons why a particular market could crash or why a particular market could pump. So what we're only doing is in between leveraging on all of those things. Okay? So that's one of the things. So when you are trading and you don't have investor mindset, and the investor mindset you first have is, of course, ability to see things, leverage on it, and maximize it. Okay. So now I'm going to go into, I said tonight I'm going to be explaining how to trade news. They are fundamental stuff. Okay, sorry, I'm going to open up here now. I'm going to open up. Okay, so let's go and I just want to take a different, fresh portal. All right. So how to trade news. Now, first of all, if you have been following us, we talk about the need to reduce your exposure to a known major follow instrument that probably you want to trade. Now, fundamental news, there are different platforms where you can get to hear about, news. So one of the major one that many people are used to is Forest Factory. We have other ones, but this is more straightforward and simple. Okay, now, not all news actually matters as well, but there are major news. Apart from being the major, they are of regular period. That the first week of the month, okay, the second week of the month, and what those news represent. Now, of course, the first approach to trade news is to exit every position and don't trade, which you are not going to be a partisan to the news. So the second one for us, when we want to trade, then we have pattern by pattern of entry the news. Like today, I was telling some of us that, okay, the news, sentimentally speaking, I said it was going to be positive for dollar. Now, please take note that for the fact that we face dollar does not mean other does not have economic news, but they are not as major as this. Okay. Now, first of all, for the purpose and for the sake of the people who are joining for the first time, economic news at the macro level, we have a lot of data, both dependent and independent, and even external variables we compute to understand and react in a way, all right? So now, as long as you want to make money, you must understand factors that can take out the money from you or amplify. Like last week, which news was that? That was what I used in leveraging and closing my trade. But if you don't plan for it, because a lot of us trade without planning, if you don't plan for it, it's going to be a problem. So you'll be under pressure. Any news I'm going to trade and I'm going to settle down to trade it, I always try to have good state of mind, okay, before, and then arrange myself ahead of the news, and then prepare myself. Now, a few things I'm going to go, so I'm going to go to the chart now. I'm going to go to the chart now. Now, please, if you are joining us for the first time, we have said what matters in the trade is for us to identify price actions, and which pick few of it that are crucial, okay? Candle, support, resistance, then with market structure. So this is what we do. So trading news. So let's go quickly first. How to trade news. Okay. Number one, to trade news by breakout, right? By breakout. But two, cool off. Okay. Breakout, cool off. And number three, hedging. Hedging. So these are three major ways of trading news. So the first one, we'll talk about breakout. Now, but take note, if I want to trade news, you should have a particular asset you pay more attention to for right, for your trading. And I remember telling us beginners, say, hey, if you're a beginner, a few instruments I made mention was USD, JPY, Euro USD, GBP USD, and perhaps gold. Yeah, others can be added though. So, but this you can manage and tell yourself, okay, the news is coming, you are working practically, things in controversy, all right, things in US dollar in controversy with other stuff. So that's why you want to pick instrument that have correlation to US dollar. Now, so now let's quickly look at it. Pre-news, maybe 1 hour, 1.5 hour plus for looking out for where and possible entry for you. So if we go by, let's take Euro USD. Okay. Let's go. This is Euro USD. Now, before the news, when you come before the news. So the first, as a strategy, you want the news to break out. But please take note, all of these I'm mentioning, I'm not assuming, but I should believe that I'm talking to people who already know their honors. If you have none, there's a need for you to go back, settle down to just know basic about the market. Now, if you want to trade news, the first one we say was breakout. While waiting for the news, you target. So any instrument at all, that means you're going to look at how to react to the news. And the first, I'm going to look, for instance, looking at Euro USD for the breakout. Before the news, this was yesterday and today. So first you want to do is to identify a range, in any of the instrument. Identify a range in any of the instruments you have intention to actually trade for the news. So identify a range before the news because you want to trade a breakout. Now, once you have gotten the range, it's more or less like as if you identify the initial section. Once you have identified a range, you want to get the midpoint of your range. So you can use a fib level to spot that, for instance. Okay, so I want to get the mid range, which is the 50%. This is okay. Let me take up this. Okay. You're doing all of this before the news. Let me bolding this, perhaps. Maybe you guys are not seeing my line properly. So a moment. Okay. Sorry. Okay. So this is Euro USD before the news, and that's what you probably want to target. So you are targeting the breakout, irrespective of what the market is doing. within that range. So you want to target the news, but you have marked out this. If the market break out, so this is not a time for waiting for a test. No, this is not a normal market. So you are sitting, if it's one instrument, all right, you're sitting to look at where the market was going to go to. When the news come, the market start, it either is bounce, depending on where the market is going to, and bounce on this, I have rejection to sell up, then you are breaking out to buy, right? But you have a rejection above, below, then that's signals of sell. Now, please take note. This strategy, immediately you see the opportunity and you enter, you will not use stop loss. You will not use stop loss. So you only come in, get the direction, and get into the market. Please take note. You don't do your homework properly, you may miss a lot of steps. So this breakout, if it's up, fine. Have a rejection at the middle line. So that's up to trade the breakout for your news. Now, where should I put my take profit? Anywhere. But it's good to be realistic, right? So while waiting to see another dimension of the market. So, but basically, the breakout of the news, before the news come up, you mark appropriately, and then find a way to make your money. Now, because when you trade news, you are not going to hold a trade. Okay? When you trade news, you are not going to hold a trade. You're only taking advantage. So like this breakout is risky. But if we do it over and again, what's this? I need to pick up something. Okay, so the breakout, I won't tell you to go to gold because gold has a behavior, but depending on the style you want to use. So once you get this and you find an entry, anywhere the direction of the market face, you have to buy, and the market is running, you are trailing your stop loss. You are trailing your stop loss. And when you get to reasonable price, you just sell and go away from the market. It's not the market to hold. It's not the market to overanalyze. No. As it just give you, you exit. So this is a first tie, right? This is the first tie, irrespective of the instrument. If it's gold, the same thing you're going to look at before the news. You get the high, the low of the range. And of course, mark it out just like perhaps say this. Okay. And then say this. Okay. So you have to just mark and then follow. As a break, you follow and trade. I think it's only FMOC that normally confuse before picking its direction that want to sell more or buy more, as it were. So, but that's the breakout strategy. The next strategy you want to look at, I did mention where is it? Okay, so this strategy is a waiting strategy. So the waiting strategy, right? Like just like the market, the news about coming, you check it, you analyze, you stay by the side, and then the market react to the news. You wait for like 10, 15 minutes to find a new entry. And look at it in volatility, in the volatile move of the market. Some don't sell the breakout. So what they look for is that after the breakout, as the market settles, they trade the pullback. Right? They trade the pullback. So, because sometimes, if you want to, what is this one? Oh, sorry. Okay. So, how does this actually work? If I mark my range, I'm not trading a breakout, and then the markets react to the news, either sell or buy massively. Okay. So now, after the market has done the journey, then you want to see a sign of rejection either from the up or down, right? And then we want to look at trading the reversal of the candle of the news, right? The reversal of the candle. So if we go to 5 minutes or 15 minutes, so so that's one of the things about this market. You want to enter into after the news had been announced and publicized. So there's a need for us to look at when the market finished its journey, and don't even use buy stop perhaps, because the market will eventually turn around and take a long day to get everything fixed. Okay, so trading the reversal of the news is a powerful strategy. The markets stubbornly go, and then you get, and then wait for proper re-entry, and then that's the best. So if we mark out this market to go to wherever it wants to go to, and then you can now find the reversal of that trade. Right? The third one is hedging. But of course, you know that not all brokers allow you to hedge on their broker. Okay? So now, two things are involved. I want to trade the news. So first of all, I have to go to my position size to know how much about how much, or what's the range of the market, because it's still very, very important for you to get the range of the market. Haven't gotten that, this is where you now set a limit. So having marked the range of the market, you create a buy and sell, a buy sell signal or narrative. For instance, you've marked this before the news, haven't marked your range. Before the news, if the market continue to range and below the 50 range of your range, then you want to look at below the wall, you set a sell order, for instance, and then the same instrument or correlated instrument. If Euro USD have that same, good. You look at, have mark all of this. The other side, market is the other side, you set the market order, which is like buy stop or sell stop or buy limit, depending. So if you book a sell stop, please don't use stop loss. Don't use stop loss. Okay? So now you have entered the market, both sell and the buy. Okay, so trading economic calendar, economic news, you have taken out $50, and then that's what you want to trade because you want to maximize probably the news coming. Of course, your timing is very important, right? Then your arrangement properly, because if you don't arrange properly and the news land, you can make silly mistake and waste resources. So on that note, you have gone to your business, you've gone to check what's required for let me come over here. What's required for this one? Okay, so you have checked correlated pairs. That's just the best rather than the same pairs. So correlated pairs, like practical example, Euro USD and GBP USD. So why? You set an order to sell and take the other instrument, take another to buy. But you don't leave them, but you still monitor and manage them effectively. And that's one of the biggest aspects of this. It's sacrificial, and you click a buy stop and sell stop. The market continue to rock down. You have money, you have a way of stacking it if you continue to rock down. Haven't sold yours. So you definitely look at settle down properly, prepare for it before the time. Because it has a character once first, the first opening. If you don't set your target as effective as possible, the other one will take your time and you have nothing to show. So hedging is the third one. Like I've said, you buy this same instrument. If it does not have related instrument, you sell. And then you're able to manage the trade as effective as possible. Okay, so that's just how you look at news and the dimension to trade trade. So if you look at major market like gold, I was already biased on gold for itself. Sorry, let's look at gold. Okay, it was gold. Well, okay. So then normally on your normal usual trading, I will not have that time now to start showing us because I've told us to trade news. And good enough, another strategy I have, but not general anyway, is that I will be in a trade before the news. Okay. So that could make a lot of good. Here, when I target myself, please take note, not all news you are setting or waiting for. Okay. So I sacrifice to make sure that worst case scenario, 30 minutes or 1 hour before the news to set all the strategy on my tentacle. All right, guys. So that's just the basic tonight. So outside that, I trade. Let's go here. Sorry. Okay. My in order here. Okay. Where are you? Okay, share. All right. So now outside this, what I look at, what I look out for is here. Okay, like gold. Okay, I don't have time to see this. Okay, so I had wanted to show us all that stuff in the crypto, but time will not permit. I want to show something. Okay, let's go. Okay. Oh, I wanted to bring out. Okay, I wanted to check if I could find a setup I would take, but unfortunately, okay, guys. I think that's so far. It's still these are product of the news. So, like, imagine before the news, you box in Bolin Japan, range. Sorry, I say Bolin Japan range, and as soon as they break out of that range, you are buying and trailing to follow your stop loss, so that when the market has moved very well, you begin to adjust stop loss over time. All right, so this is so far tonight. I wanted to show us the past repeated way again and how I find some short trades that did some massive profits and all of that. All right, so guys, this is so far okay. For those of you who are just joining, sadly on the group, congratulations. Some of you today was your first day of taking trade, and I'm sure the experience was not the same. Some of you were skeptical, and some of you built up confidence. and all of that. Irrespective of category you are, just relax. We're going to get everything right if you can settle down. All right. And please remember tomorrow is bank holiday in America and whatever. So you may notice a sluggish movement of the market, as it were. Okay, I think I need to pause here. If you have questions, please kindly ask your questions so that I can attend to it. Those of us on the other WhatsApp group, remember what we told you is to fund your account on Capital Extend so that you can be added to the Signal group. All right, so thank you very much, everyone. So this class continues next week again, Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Do have a nice rest. I'll do to post the record.
Hello, sir.
Go ahead. Oh, Mr.
Well, this Smart.
Yes, I have seen you, Mr. Smart. Smartly
Okay.
ask your question.
Sir, first of all, let me say thank you so far. You've really been very helpful to everyone of us.
Welcome.
I'm in the second. Yeah, I'm in the second phase of my.
Your challenge.
Yes, my challenge.
Okay.
And I think you said the other day we cannot do anything more than
60%. No, 60% of your target in a day.
In a day.
Yeah. Somebody was running more than that, Johnny. And thank God, who was that? I think was he? Oh, who was that? Is that person in here? The person took a account and then, I think it was $10,000 account. So, 500 is the target, right? So, and he had made about $109. I was in a trade, particular gold I called that week. He has already entered a trade on gold, and the trade was running well. And I think they are even generous. If to another broker, they will have yanked him out. So he has not closed the trade. And I saw that one was over $300 plus. He will have used the same day too. So the account was showing that's the profit for that day, apart from the one we are booked down from from in the process as the trade was going on. Now, and I saw that these things are moved 300 and something dollars. That was the floating P&L. And when was I say, what? You are risking so much? Because if you had closed it 300, that means with the other little, the whole money will have got to about $400 and all of that. So they don't want that. The consensus rule is, since if it's $2,000, if it's $1,000, right? You trade and ensure that you don't have. So he has to wait for the gold to pull back, and as gold pull back, and it was showing, okay, the following day was showing $280 something. That was when he closed.
I think I have similar experience today because of that spike.
Okay, that news.
Yes.
Okay.
And what actually happened was yesterday was when I have my second account.
Yeah.
I was already on 150 by that yesterday, 155.
Okay.
Today, during the trade, I think I did 140, so it became 290 something. Because I also follow that your trade, the one you give that, although somebody posted that, oh, this is going to be a sell, but you say it's going to make a buy, then
yeah,
I think your take profit was 3352. I still remember I took it. I made $50 there.
Yeah.
So I made 290 something. My mind was, I bet tomorrow I will trade. But immediately I saw that spike, I said, let me enter a little now. At least let me reduce it because I've not made up to $300 today anyway.
Okay.
I've made around 140.
Okay.
When I enter, before I know what was happening, I did see 600 plus.
They will increase your target. Okay, go ahead.
So I now start to do calculation in my head, and as the thing was going on, I say, "What? I'm in trouble." Oh." I waited for it to
You know, return
return.
on time.
It did not return on time, but actually, it did return to 450. So I was seeing 450. But when I closed, I saw 475. I now do quick calculation. 475 minus the 155 I did yesterday. I saw 320. I was not afraid. I called
Yes.
this month.
Yes.
I even went to the office today. See, this 20, that's why I say, I have to be here. Even at this month, come, they say, I'm not seeing you in this meeting. No. I say, I'm in the meeting. I just don't pin sharp.
If you
So you
see,
say you want to play.
they may increase your. I think they are flexible. Yeah, because I think it happened to somebody. They now
So
increase.
actually, I like to go. Right now, it is 475.
Uh, so leave it. Tomorrow they may show you increase your. They may increase your target, but be careful. So that means you will now do more work.
Hello, sir. Can
So
I say
my
something?
Okay, Sonny, go ahead.
Concerning this consistency rule, I think I noticed something
Yes,
because I experienced it the other day too. Because that day I traded and I was running on serious profit.
yes,
yes,
For
I told you.
and I realized that at the end of the day, the thing
yes.
did not really affect me. If
They
because that
increase
ma-
your target.
that particular they didn't really actually increase my target. That particular account
Yes.
had like been on drawdown for so many times, be
Okay.
on profit so many times. Because I now read the rule. They said that 60% rule is that the total daily profit, you
Yes.
should not make more than 60% of the total daily profit.
Yeah, of the target of that account.
And the target for this one is five. Is it 500? Or they are
Fi-
still
It's 500. It's 500.
yeah. That was
So
why I
that
was somehow
particular day,
suspicious.
I think that what I even made that day was quite more than that. But when I read the rule, I noticed that it was okay. It was not. I
They
didn't. I
won't.
didn't because
I've not seen like one of my account made more than that. So they didn't yank what they did to that my account though. I don't know. Maybe they are giving different penalty to different persons. I saw that they now increase my a kind of they now increase my target. What I was now seeing there as percentage to make, as if they were now using like the volume I got. But I was expecting that I was going to be penalized. But we have to be careful though, because you know some of the
Yes.
trade, especially when there's news. If you check it the other
Mm-hmm.
day, it was still news that gave us that excess money. Although you
Okay.
know we're running on our trade, like today now, even when I was capping that buy sell, I enter like three trade, and I told some of you don't enter. That but today the bias is that we are bearish. So since we are bearish, now some position I have, like I've taken some profits, and then the short position, since I was more of bearish bias, so I left a position. As at the time I will come back, I will do another thing. As the news happened and I saw everything was in favor of
GBS.
dollar, I knew that gold will be melting down. Yeah. So
Good. Well, it was serious. So boom, just like that.
yeah, so tomorrow, go and check. You will see that you will go and check now tomorrow, or even if you check today, you may see that they will write it that you are 120 something percent over your. If you click on more detail, you will see it there. But since the account is opening and all of that, on one occasion, like I've said, I always say that they increase based on the volume that was made and we're not penalized. But for the fact that we're not penalized, let's be careful.
Okay, sir.
Yeah, let's be careful. Although some before, maybe because they just want people to respect themselves. If not, before is that if you trade in one day, like I remember somebody trade in one day, and that account of, I think it was $25,000 account. I think there was one trade he took. He happened to you, Sonny, the way it happened to you, that when you took NAS 100, one of the signals
Yes,
I
so
gave one time like that, and you shouted, Jesus Christ, what's going on? And then it was just printing money. But imagine if it's negative. So the fellow did, the only signal on NAS, that NAS 100 or US 30, that person have done over like times 2 or times 3 of what was the target. So what they just did,
and he closed it at that.
what they just told him was that, the issue of minimum number of days. So they now told him that even if you make this, until you trade minimum days of, I think was it 5 days, that particular account to now go to the funded account. He took that, and then they now rectify it for him. I think I think Traders Mastery is flexible.
No, I hope so. They better be you. I beg you. I don't want to lose this account.
Yes, they will not yank you out.
Okay.
But you have to be careful to be calculated.
Yes.
And
I calculated well. I said I'm going to stop it at when it draw down to 450, but when I closed it, I saw something. That means during that period before it now closed, after I closed, the thing still spike a little.
But you have not actually met your target already.
I surpassed it. I only waited for it to come down so that I could leave. So at the end, it was 475. So balance 25.
don't worry, tomorrow you complete it.
But like
Yeah,
now,
of course.
what was your total the profit you made today? How much was it in total?
You say 400.
320. 320.
Okay,
I
320.
reduced it now. I had to wait.
320 now. Okay, 320. That is 60-something%. You
Okay,
hope
thank you. 10K account.
it's 10K.
10K account.
It's 10K. It's 10K account.
You are over leveraging your account.
In fact, that account, you want to blow it. Mr. Smart, what was your loss? You are disobeying my rule, huh?
No, but the account is fat enough for one to really, if you are not in a loss or you don't have any.
What is
like
your lot? What was your lot size?
0.04.
Okay. Okay. How many positions do you take?
I took up to 5. I did not normally, if I'm taking trade, I don't just take it. Like I take from, I look at those places.
Now do your calculation. Do your calculation. 0.04 times 5. That is how many lot size?
So actually, the thing
tell me now.
See, I did not even give you the full story. If I give you the full story itself, you'll be surprised. Do you want me to just tell you the full story?
Yeah, tell me.
Good. Now, see, when I saw it on a sale, and I already have in my wallet 200, yes. The thing was just spike. I said, the thing don't reach here. No, I just, okay, let me just, because before I already have 290 something in my, this is, so I just needed 210, but the 210 is supposed to be entered tomorrow because I can't do more than 300. So I actually put in for, when the thing now went down, I was looking at the possible place where my return after the sale. So I entered the first place. Before I know, the thing still continued. So it was giving me negative. Even though my 295, I was seeing about almost $300 loss. I said, okay, no problem. Since I already have 290 something, even though if you eat it, if you want to eat from the 500 that I'm supposed, it's going to be just 100 then. Yeah. So I was comfortable. I keep looking at it. So when he now revert, I now say, okay, let me add another position going for a buy. So that at least before it will get there, I would have seen my profits. I did exactly that, and bam, I start seeing my profit. Before I knew, pium, 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 600 plus. I said, no, that's not what I bargained for. So before the thing started coming down, it comes down to 500 and something. It went back again, came back down again. It was really kind of, I was jittery, no. When it now came to 450, I now put everything off. I now closed the old trade, only for me to open and I saw 475. I say, hey, I quickly rush my biro and paper. 475 minus 155 my yesterday. When I look at it, 320, I call Desmond sharply. See what is going on, you know. Really,
But
when
let me
I
tell
get to plan B, they were not telling me, cool down, just leave it first. Maybe. I said, this meeting, I must ask you this question though. Which wahala be this?
but let me tell you, that your 0.04 times 5, that is how much loss size? 0.04 times 5 is how much? How many?
0.2.
0.
That is 0.2.
2.
0.04 times 5.
0.2. That is 0.2.
Yes, 0.2.
0.2.
That is $2. Okay, $2. So $2 times 100 pips. That's how much?
$200.
$200. Now, so $200 off your daily drawdown, which is $500. Yeah, that is too much. That is too much. Because
if it's your own private money, can you do
Yeah.
it?
If my private
Always
money,
ask yourself.
I will leave the whole thing now. In fact,
Hello, smart.
You would do like that.
You won't try it. Stop deceiving yourself.
okay, maybe I won't try it. Maybe.
You won't.
Maybe
See what you will not implement when you are now funded or when you are personally doing your money. Don't try it. Don't try it in your practice, in your process to pass challenge. You see why I was telling everybody, I said, even if you come and meet me, that this thing, I will subject everybody to take challenge account. And I know reason why. If you take challenge account over and again and then learn from those conditions. So many people complain, those conditions are too hard. I say, what are you talking about? That means you are a gambler. You don't even know what you are doing. Those conditions are meant to train you ordinarily because they are face to face. Now, if you abuse it, it's not enough for you to pass level 1, pass level 2.
It's true.
You can pass level 1, level 2, you blow the funded account within 1 day.
Yes, so that one is possible.
Yes.
Very possible.
So if you don't allow those rules get to you, you will gamble everything. And now 2 things are very important. That's why I kept re-emphasizing to us on the aspect of position sizing. It helps you. Yeah. It may look as if you are slow. Forget it. Forget it. Sometimes, like now, if you even do your calculation enough, that means like on 10K account, if you want to pass your level 2 on 10K account in 2 days, it's very possible. You just know, so okay, let me just do $300, right? Today.
Yep.
And then tomorrow I do another $200.
200, and
then
that's
you are
all.
good. Yeah. So then sometimes you just do, because if you do and then like that, when it happens, over time when you now get settled to start doing your trading, you won't know what process that actually took you here. Yeah. That's the essence of like when they say, okay, pass level 1, level 2. Want to see if you are the one that actually did it and repeat what you did there and all of that. So it is where you expose that somebody was gambling. It's simply going to be when you get funded. And now, if you don't practice discipline in small account, it won't waste you time to blow $200,000 account. Very easy. Because you say, No money plenty like this. Now money plenty like this now, so let me enter market anyhow. But that's a wrong perspective because that $200,000 account, you need to work within the confine of the maximum drawdown and daily drawdown.
Yes, yeah.
So
That is why I like this the 1,000 and yes, so the 1,000 and the 500
yeah,
because I was aware of it. If you look at me now, I was tension soaked when it got to 500. I said, no, it's not supposed to be.
yeah,
So I was scared already.
yeah.
So even after I still closed at 475, I had to take my Bible and begin to do calculation.
So I didn't know that one thing that about this over leveraging is that
Yes.
it's not good for your mentality, because this thing you did today, you will still do it again, and it is
Yes.
that time that people will now
It will hurt
it
you.
will not catch you,
Yes, it will hurt you.
because today now the way you cash out the money, you'll be like,
It will
wow,
sweet you. Yeah,
And the thing you definitely repeat it again, and that's the time that you will not pay heavily for the
exactly.
God.
Sonny, you remember that your now Sunday, you just told me, say, Oga, I know they trade them again at all. Let it, I don't want to. You even stop it. I say, you not supposed to stop. You say, no, let me exit. Because you
That trade, I didn't close that trade that day. That trade would have entered like $2,500 in profit.
yes.
I
So
just have to run away and just
I'll
and
close it. Okay.
close it. I didn't even know. I just opened trade before I know I was seeing $250 profit already within 1 minute.
No. It's the
So
same spike, Abi.
no,
no,
follow.
just normal trade.
It's the volume
Okay,
of the
normal
NAS.
trade.
Like if you are trading NAS on your traded mastery, almost don't try anything more than 0.01. Don't just
it will just
even
be
with your
fetching out the money.
even with your 0.01 self, you have to know what you are trading. If not, before you know, it's gone. So this, even my 50K account that I passed,
Yeah.
you see, the consistency is just the key. That account, in my mind, I have already lost it, because when I was on my phase 2, I was losing back to back. But I was just like, okay, any trade I take, I was risking $250 per trade. I already lose about $1,500 already on that account.
Okay.
I was just losing back to back. So before I know, when I started winning, the account started coming up. I didn't even know when the day I passed, I was shocked. Because I already lost hope that this account is gone. How come I enter stage 2? I pass stage 1, I cannot pass stage 2. Because when I started that stage 2, it's as if really people was following me. Any trade I take, lose.
It was just season, no, it was just because of season. It was just the period.
Yeah. But one thing I did was I was maintaining my $250 risk.
Yes.
Once you lose, I just move to another account. So till maybe the thing just turned to my to my favor again, I started winning and winning before I know. Boom. So had it been I say I want to recover, or I just during that time I was losing, I would have lost that account.
Of course. That's why it's good to stay disciplined. Your risk management, you can't have good risk management without knowing your position sizing. That's the first thing.
Okay.
That's what a lot of people are still suffering. If you gamble, if you trade, you can tell me, wow, you pass your account. I can do calculation of, even if you're an aggressive trader, the number of days that's supposed to take you to pass 50K account, 100K account, 200K account. Now, if you tell me you pass it so period, I just know that you are going to pay for it later. It's a process. And you know, any funny thing you do in this market, your sorry is you pay with dollar. So at the end of the day, if you cannot repeat the wheel, so the first thing, everybody, so those of you who are listening, and then first of all, you must understand your position sizing and work with those percentage. You will see yourself that you won't overwork yourself. And that's why you can be able to manage your account effectively and then still be good. So even when you run a trade and you lose, you won't feel it. It may be the next trade or the next two trade, all right? So sometime, and if you don't always work with your position sizing and risk management, when you win, you can win 10 trade and it has not equate to one loss you lose because you didn't have good position sizing. But if you have good position sizing, if you have good position sizing, you have lost like 5 trade. So 5 trade, for instance, that's like 1,000 for those of you on account of like 50K, for instance. That's about $1,250. It's already a drawdown for you, right? Now,
Yes.
what happened eventually? You now win 2 trade, right? Because like sometimes that will say, okay, if the news is coming, like when I short today, I say, okay, not all my position I close, maybe half, and then I say when news come, it's going to amplify because my buyers see news actually amplify the direction the market actually have intention of going. It can pull back,
Going, okay.
or
Yeah.
you end up seeing that it just deliver to the market. Yeah. So sometimes people say, okay, it's by no. The markets already have a setup, and then you see the market. Like I was saying, was it yesterday that I said GBP USD was more weak in going down than Euro USD and all of that. And if you could see today after the news, GBP USD crashed very well, but rebound back as fast as possible. So if so people are on trade on GBP USD from beginning and the news happen, you just deliver yours truly. So it may now deliver more than your expectation. So at the end of the day, that your expectation of like instead of $500, you end up making like 750, 800. So it may be only 2 trade that will have covered those excessive loss. But if you don't have position sizing, you can win 10 trade and lose 1, yet you'll be at loss because that 10 trade you are making is emotional profit. You see, I don't know, Victor, you will tell me, you will say either I'm a psychologist when I said
There's psychologist.
stop trading under fear. I was looking at your trade because I saw your entry and I saw your exit. I knew that you enter, and when the market want to shake, you quickly close. So if you trade like that, right, you'll be making peanuts. You make it like imagine somebody is trading with 50,000 account or 100,000 account. He's making $13, $15.
Ah.
You will never go far. Yeah. It's a slow and steady. That is not slow and steady. That one is not slow and steady. That one is stagnation. It's not a slow and steady. So at the end of the day, when do you want to pass level 1, level 2, and even get funded? $13, $17, and all of that. So you will see that you win 10 trade, but out of 10 trade, okay, imagine multiply $13 times 10. Come on,
130.
$130. Now, one loss you have. You are having
We grip everything.
$570 loss. You cannot even give account on how the loss come about. Because the trade just drag you. You say it go reverse. It be like say it go reverse. Let me wait. Eventually, you see that this thing almost hitting to my daily drawdown. Let me close it so that I can start all over tomorrow. So that is the disadvantage. And so we have to, I want to tell everybody, please, let's cultivate as a culture so that we can get mature even when over time, because over time you're able to have many accounts of your fund. Then imagine when you now have enough fund. You remember what I told us that when you're able to get some withdrawal, then we can now be funding you increase your money, your capital extent. So you can even say, okay, in my capital extent, I have maybe 10,000, 20,000 or $50,000, I'm going to trade there only maybe once in a week, A+ setup. And then maybe A+ setup, you just take there, just give you so amount. So at the end of the month, you know that you have something. Then if you say, okay, go and buy so coin, it will be easy for you to have money to buy coin. It will be easy for you to have money to buy stock and all of that, and still be fine. The truth of the matter is that we need to cultivate the culture of not trading under pressure. Because if you trade under pressure, you are going to be on the screen 24 hours. Let me tell you something. If you are trading, and if I'm not a researcher, I'm not training, if it's trading, I have some of my account, I may not even open it in a month. Maybe because setup I want to do there, it may not come up. It may be once in 2 weeks or once in a month and all of that.
Okay.
So if I'm not doing training, if I'm beside you, you can't know that I'm trading, because it won't show. I won't be under any pressure. I will just do it. If not, at the end of the day, if you go by that, you always be stressed up. As you get stressed up over time. Now, when you record some losses repeatedly over time, you get way out, you run away because you are under pressure, always checking this chart, looking, no. That we become slave to the trade. Not supposed
Sir,
to.
I want to say something. Like,
Go ahead.
I've noticed something like you see this trade that we are doing most times, or most importantly,
Yes.
why we lose sometimes is us, not actually the market.
Yes.
Let me say myself, let me talk about me because I don't know about other people.
Yes.
Sometimes why I lose is not the market, is me. I think the way we normally come online like this, read chart, and I think we should do a day that will talk about psychology, how to manage trade,
Good.
like how to
And
like
that's
how
the
to
backbone of
manage.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, because yesterday night I was on a very nice setup on gold. The
Mm.
way the thing was having multiple weeks, I was forced to close some of my positions.
Mm-hmm.
Before I closed two out of the four position I opened.
Mm-hmm.
This guy
Yes.
started moving as in I was like, I was just to myself that okay, this is what the market want to give me. Let me just be protected with it. I just collected the one that he gave me and just move and just closed my laptop and went to bed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like that. So I think most times decision I make due to emotion and the rest, those are the
Exactly.
reasons that bring losses most times.
That is what
And so I think we should do some, maybe, because sometimes when you drop trade, you don't really want to go far in telling us, oh yeah, do this, do that, do this, do that. You just tell us we know what to do. Most of us are actually struggling in that aspect, how to manage our trade when we enter a trade, even if it's pulling back, how to hold on and not to close, or even when it's moving in our favor, we don't rush to close on time like that. So all those things is very, very important.
Yeah. Yeah.
And apart from that, okay, what about, when you are seeing your profit like that, let's say you are seeing $70 profit,
Mm,
before you know it comes down.
mm,
You are following the trend, you know that it definitely go back, but you just keep being there.
mm,
You get to a certain stage, that 70 can also, you can still start seeing red,
mm,
negative. Uh-huh. Your
mm.
mind will now go, oh, I should have taken that one and relaxed now, go and sleep.
And that's part of bad trade. It's a bad type of trade.
Uh-huh. That's what I'm trying to say.
It's a
That's why
bad
when some people just, when you are trading at times, you should know what you want to make out of it.
good.
Know
And
what you
then
want to
stand by
lose
your
out of it in
decision.
case.
Stand by your
Yes,
decision.
yes, that's what I'm trying to say.
So trade
So
is
some of those people have already taken the decision that, oh, this is what I'm going to do. Because when I enter trade, I already have something in mind to lose.
Hello, sir.
Uh-huh.
yes.
That immediately I enter, this is the amount I'm ready to lose in case I want to lose. So if you
Smart.
are telling me anything other than that, it kind of, I know what I want to make and what I want to lose. So if
Smart.
I'm in the losing, yeah, I can hear you. If I'm in the losing floating loss, I still hold on. But when you get to that mark, whether if I put my stop loss on, I just let it be.
Smarto,
So that's it. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Hello,
like,
sir.
boss, can I chip in something here?
Go ahead.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Stan, let me say something.
Okay.
Mhm.
Uh, no matter what you want to do, no matter what the trade you are doing, if you don't have backbone, if everything you are doing, you are trading, all your hope is on that trade, that is where you are going to get your daily bread, you will continue to make mistake. If you are trading under pressure, there is nothing you can do. You will continue to make silly mistakes. Look, there are two different things that you are trading. Your hope is not on that money you are going to make that today. That is, you want to trade. Your hope is not that that is where you are going to buy gari and bread today. You will be so relaxed. But when you are trading, you are looking and say, oh, I want to pay school fees. I want to do this on top of that trade. Forget it. You are going to lose that trade. That is why I'm so happy someone is saying that, Oga, he will like us to discuss more on psychology. It's very important. You don't let the trade be as if that is all your hope. You
Exactly.
will have that free mind and you will be so relaxed not to be in a hurry to enter market. Our boss have once said, it's not mandatory you must trade every day.
No,
That
no,
is madness.
no, no, no.
It's not mandatory you must trade every day. Even you can stay a whole week, it's so 2 weeks, it's only once you trade. It's madness. You from $50 take an account to $500. Then in 10 seconds, the whole thing you return back to $10. That is madness.
That's
Mhm.
10 leg front,
All
one.
of that.
You must be so relaxed. The moment you are doing it that if I don't make this $50 today, there is no food to eat, there is problem.
That's
Thank you
it.
very much.
Yeah, so you must trade the way monkey will trade, as far as it's not his banana that is trading with. As far as monkey is trading with money, he will trade very well. But if he's trading with his
Right.
banana, he's going to make mistake because
Mm.
he's so jealous about that his banana. And so that's the exact principle. Anyway, it's a gradual process. Because one of the things I've seen that most time why people fail in trading, people don't, I always tell people, I said, be ready to learn more, pay attention, and different time. You have to separate your chart from your trade. People do chart and want to trade, you will lose. Then reduce exposure. That was why I told all of you, as long as you are running your challenge account, do less of other peers, do more of gold. There's no volume you are looking for that is not available in gold. If you check your
Yes.
if you check your success rate when you trade only gold, if it does not give you a good setup, just relax. Go and relax. Except otherwise, maybe you just want to swing some and all of that. You discover that the success rate of your trade, if you channel it on gold, will be better, even faster than when you become. Somebody told me, Oga, any fowl that pass, now they kill. I say, you no go reach house. I say, you no go reach house. Sorry. Anyway,
Mm.
Stanley, you want to say something?
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yeah, welcome, Stanley.
First of all, I want to thank you. I really appreciate your model of teaching analysis is a top notch. So
Yeah,
thank you so much. I'm so grateful to be in this platform.
you're welcome.
Just a simple question. I really want to know if someone qualifies a challenge account within 5 days,
Yes.
can he do his KYC that particular day on that 5th day he qualify? Is it permitted?
Yes, when they have sent you a message, you can do your KYC.
Okay. Again, someone who does not lose any trade, maybe for that period of 5 days.
Yes.
Is there any negative impact, maybe extension or additional amount for him to complete before he will finally be allowed to do KYC?
No. It's not compulsory that they are not telling you we must lose a trade. It's not compulsory.
Okay. Okay, because why I want to ask this question is this.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we make it 5 days, and likely I may complete the remaining balance of to make
yes.
that 5 days.
Yeah.
So can I just complete it maybe tomorrow, anytime tomorrow, and the same tomorrow do my KYC?
Yes, once you pass it tomorrow, they will send you a message like your certificate for passing, and they will tell you next process, do your KYC and all of that. Yeah. So then sometime anyway, when you do your KYC, sometime after you finish doing your KYC, you may have sometimes there can be technical delay. Like somebody had that yesterday. He was already afraid, was looking, what's happening to me? After passing the challenge, and he has done his KYC. I think he did his KYC yesterday. And so today in the morning or towards noon, he had to chat me, boss. They've not given me my account it's because he was looking at because he bought other 200K account and they say he read it somewhere. I said, I know somebody who have about 5, 6 account. And I know the number of account I have. And they have not challenged me on any way and all of that. So, but unfortunately, it was taking time for him. I say, yes, sometimes there can be a lot of congestion. Sometimes some people may just finish your KYC in few hours, you will see that approved and they have sent you credentials for your new account. Then sometimes it can take 24 hours or 48 hours and all of that. So, but as at this evening, when he sent me, he said, thank you that my credentials have been given to me. So once you finish, and then you will see that they will send you a mail and that tell you to follow the next process to do your KYC.
Okay. Thank you. Then again, after the funded account,
Yes.
this restriction of not making more than 60% of your
Yes.
target in a single day,
Yes.
does that still hold or it will
Apply.
be
That's a
abrogated?
good question.
Yes, applies.
It still
Okay.
applies.
It applies.
Oh,
That's
so we must also pay attention to that, not to make more than 60% on a particular day.
Yes. You will see when you click on detail, you will see all of those conditions there as a constancy rule and all of that. Although it was usually not there before something. Don't know why. Yeah. So, but I'm not sure it's a bad thing anyway. That's why I always encourage us to do big account over time. Those of you who are doing that 10,000 account, once you pass your challenge and you get funded, your first withdrawal, go and do 200,000 or at least minimum 100,000.
yeah.
Yeah. So that you know that if it's 100,000 now, $100,000 account, or let's say minimum $50,000 account. So $50,000 account, that's how much? That's about how much? That is 1.5 now. So
Yeah, 1.5, yes.
if you are making 1.5 a day, I'm not sure it's a small thing. If you make 1.5 a day,
It's a big one.
It's a big one, a
I'm
very
going,
big one.
I'm going to help you. I'm going to help you.
One thing, when
Yeah.
it is mentioned in dollar, you will not really know
You
what
will
it
feel
is. But when
it.
converted to naira, you know
Convert
that it's a
it.
very, very good amount.
And then you convert it to naira. You will like say, what? Are you serious? Are you for real? Because if you make 1,005,
Hello,
if you make 1,500 in a day, and
hello.
yeah, we can hear you. And you could do that, let's say you just do like 4 times in a month. That's
Yeah.
$6,000. And so, yeah, so it's not a bad deal. What I'm just emphasizing is that please, all of us, and maybe any of your friends, those of us who are not here, just for us to maximize this opportunity and where you make the money. Because what to make is not what matters. What you do with what to make is very important.
Yes.
Exactly.
Not like what Mr. Smith is trying to pass across. When you all of this money in trading, trading is like hustling, that's the truth. Then, because when you now make the money, how are you able to spread your tentacles to diversify? It's now what will even make you to be more effective in your trading. You understand? You will see that if at the end of the day you have spread your tentacles and all of that, there'll be sometimes some trade that you're supposed to jump at. You won't jump at them. You will relax. You will relax, and the summary of it is that psychologically speaking, trading is that you put your stop loss and take profit. Then why are you sitting down with the trade? To do what? To turn it like corn? Are you corn roaster? So you're just trying to, but because of, who knows? What if you hit my stop? You have agreed now that if you hit your stop, two ways is what trade does. It's either I hit your stop loss
Stop loss, yes.
or hit your profit. All is to exit you. You already made it and all of that. You discover that over time you build your confidence more and more relaxed, except when you just want to come in to do some scalping. You're like those signals today. I told you guys it's scalping. Because so a lot of people, not everybody will see that signal of that buy against the sell.
Yes.
Yeah.
I saw it.
And he bought up fast. And
Fast. Get to the 3352. I followed it now.
exactly. And then and all of that. The other one, I even told everybody, say if you are newbie, don't enter. That's selling. But it deliver again fast, right?
Fast.
Yeah, the other one I bought up and I just told everybody because news was closed. But having one or two positions still open to trail it down because of the news and all of that. So there's some week too. That's another thing. Anyway, we'll learn more over time, especially when we have been able to settle down properly and all of that. You learn more. But trading is more of psychology. It's 85-90% psychology. Technical, anybody can learn. It's static. It's a static knowledge. Once you get it, you have the formula. So the formula can be plotted. But the emotion, my God. All right, guys. So do have a nice rest. Enjoy yourself.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much. Good night, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it.
You're welcome.